Welcome to the SypherPK tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We got Balla and Shayo. This is the interview portion of the show here. Shayo, how are things going for you?
Man, really good. We got Cypher and Sancho on deck as well to show us the
God, I knew this was gonna happen. It's not. It's not.
We can't do
you're
that.
Not casting this one. This is their.
We can't do that.
Tournament. Come on.
Okay.
You're right.
This time we're judging your gameplay. You guys are up on the chopping block. You guys have commentated a lot of people's gameplay, but today, every little mistake you make, every decision you make, we're going to be judging it. Very critical.
That's okay. We're going to be judging you too.
True.
It goes both ways. We got strategies, man. We got strategies. So if you're a big time pro, we got pickaxes. We can land on people. Like we know I think we know the ropes. We're feeling good.
Okay. Congratulations, Monster D-Face, for having a very successful Elite Cup production there from the Prague server. And of course, Shayo calling it.
Thanks.
Shayo. What are your thoughts going forward? We kind of heard you have strategies. Is there anyone that you're afraid of? I know that's a common question that we love to ask the talent here. So what ahead? Anyone you're afraid of?
I'm afraid of my teammates more so than anything else.
Good answer.
Like, we're gonna, in my reality of weird formats, like sometimes when we're on the battle bus, I'll be like, hey, what if, it was whoever gets eliminated first gets the most points? Like, we're living that reality now. So I hope they can rein me in and I don't, get them too crazy, but I'm hyped to see what happens.
Sounds like you guys have some good ideas as to, what might go down. Is there any predictions as what the rounds are going to be? Balla? What would you do? What would you put in a round if you wanted to really mess with people?
We saw like the Lachlan Frenzy Pickaxe Cup. I assume maybe we'll get one of those rounds, just like pickaxe only type of thing. We saw like the Streamer Bowl type of thing. I don't know. It's not. I try to think of these ideas. Shy always has the best.
Ooh,
like
I got one.
Like the weapons, like the sniper only type of thing. What's up?
No, I got one. What about I think something would be really crazy, first to tame a boar, something wild like that. Like those things are hard to, you know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, you never really know with the Fortnite season. There's so many quirks and things to do, but we're gonna have some fun. We're ready for whatever challenge.
Sounds good.
It sounds great. I was when late last night I reached out to Monster. I was like, yo, who is the rest of the trio to fill out? And he mentioned you two, Shaya and Balla, one of the best casters in the Fortnite game. I mean, what are your expectations? I mean, what are you going to finish? You going to finish the money? Top 3?
We can all say at the same time, guys. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Number 1, baby. Oh, look at that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Team cohesion. That's all you need. Like, listen, we are so far ahead of the competition.
It's not like I didn't signal exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, man. Well, it's going to be exciting, and I cannot wait I don't think you guys are ready, and I don't think the people at home are ready for the shenanigans that are about to ensue. So thank y'all so much for joining us here today. And, hey, as always, good luck and have fun.
Sir, thank you.
Good luck, guys.
I don't know, man. They talked about they have a plan. Cypher, do you think they really have a plan? You think they have a shot? I mean, we have Monster and Balla taking they're going to come in first place. Shayo said 3rd. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you think of the chances?
Oh, man.
I mean, you've casted before, and you, of course, now you play in the FNCS. What do you think? Do the caster trio has a chance?
I mean, they watch a lot of Fortnite. They, digest the game at a really good level. They watch some of the best players, but there's some really good people on this tournament, and some people are very sweaty, very competitive, and that's all they do. They compete. So, I wish them the best of luck. I hope they do well, but I don't know. I have some other teams up on the list that are probably going to do way better.
No doubt, and then they will see what the action has in store going forward. Of course, we're going to tell them what it is, and I mean, any hints to round 1? I know we haven't got there yet, but any hints that you're willing to drop me? I mean, you do so many challenges across all your social medias. I mean, any hints that you got going forward?
I'll say this: round 1 is gonna start and end quickly. It's gonna be a quick one. It's the opener to the show. That's what it is. It is the opener. It's gonna set the tone, and I think it's gonna be hilarious.
All right. So just so as we're getting ready, of course, everyone we got to wrangle all these players into the battle bus. But what would be your favorite meme so far in this season? Everything's primal, everything's basic instinct type vibe. But what will be your favorite meme so far?
Oh, it's the being able to turn into a prop. I do that in arena I've done it in tournaments. You know, I tried to do it in yesterday's
I heard that
Cup.
call out to Nick.
Every time I call it out, Nick's like,
I don't know.
PK, why are you turning to a trash can? PK, why are you a tire? Are you seriously a slurp barrel right now? I love the props. It's 75 gold, turn into a prop for a few minutes. I've caught people off guard. I've caught really good players off guard and kind of free eliminations because of it. So the props have been my favorite thing this season.
Who knows? Will the props be the first thing? I don't know, chat. Go ahead and talk about it. We will be right back after this break with round 1 of the SypherPK trials featuring Fortnite, powered by Twitch Rivals. Don't you go anywhere. Welcome back, y'all, to the SypherPK trials featuring Fortnite, powered by Twitch Rivals. I am Sancho West alongside with SypherPK. Cypher, thank you so much for letting inside your house here on this channel.
Oh, absolutely. This is a dream come true. You know, being able to create my own Fortnite tournament and have some of the best streamers and players out there playing it, and being able to troll all these players as well with some of these modes is going to be. I'm really excited to see their reaction, their live reaction to some of these modes, and see how they adjust. I think people are going to go a little bit crazy, but you know, you're signing up for SypherPK tournament. The last one was super sweaty. This one is also sweaty. It's just in a different way.
SypherPK, the trap master, has trapped some of his friends and as well as some of your favorite players and content creators for today's trials. And let's go ahead and take a look at the teams that we have today competing for that $10,000. And we'll see who is going to be able to stand up on top again. Only the top 3 get paid today. And here is the list of players. And my, oh my, what an amazing roster of players that we have here today. I'm looking at this list right now, Cypher. I would definitely have to look at Team EMAD GG with Scented and Commandment. That's going to be one of those teams that are used to making adjustments on the fly, and that's going to be a very dangerous team. Who do you have your eye on this page?
I mean, EMAD's team, absolutely. You know, we went head-to-head against them in the Fortnite Winter Trials. Of course, at the end of the day, you know, me and Sap ended up taking first in the trials against them, so we outwitted them. But they are prepared. They've been in situations like this before. Also, my trio member, Nate Hill, he's really talented, super good-looking player as well, knows how to adjust, knows what to do, and that's why I'm teaming up with him. So I think he's going to do well, as well as Nick A30. Nick A30 makes a lot of content and challenge stuff on stream, and he is a, you know, pub master just like myself. We play pubs a lot. We know what to expect when it comes to challenges and stuff. So I think he and his team will rise to the occasion.
And we're seeing a couple of FNCS champions there, of course. Unknown Macwood's team looking very dangerous. Here is the last page. And taking a look at this one looks like we got another team player or team Replays. Very dangerous as well. Replays takes a lot of these challenges alongside with Thieves and Perfect Tilt. You know, those FaZe boys, they know how to meme, they know how to take on those challenges, but we have the FNCS champion here, Reverse 2K, Day and Miro, coming in from just the one that wrapped, but 2 seasons prior, and it looks like it's a family affair. We got your little bit of your family here.
Yeah, it looks like, boys. You know, we got Otto. He's the controller player of the PK family. Junior, the youngest one. You know, he's a little sweat. He's always trying to be like older brother. And my cousin, Nizar PK, you know, he's sporting the PK tag. I appreciate that. That's why they put his name at the top there. I'm excited to see how they do. I think it's going to be hilarious watching them, and the comms from them will be top notch. I'm probably going to be hearing about it at the dinner table for the next few weeks.
We have Sparkles QT, of course. Last we saw her was at the Streamer Bowl too, and we have Reddish with Duke of Nukes and Zemi. So a lot of familiar faces, but they're going to be in unfamiliar places. Cypher, who do you think is going to be able to walk away with the #1 spot? What are your predictions? And now that you're on the caster's desk, I got to put you on the spot.
Oh man, you know, if I had to bet, you know, we're talking Reverse 2K's team is super stacked, and EMAD's team is also super stacked. Some other teams are also really good, but those two really rise to the top. They're a bunch of pro players, experienced veterans of the game, and they've been in their fair share of interesting situations competing in Fortnite. So I think those are my top 2. But, you know, there are some underdogs and people who might surprise you today.
If I had to pick, I definitely would have to go with Macwood's trio. I think Macwood's trio is one of those ones that if there's a bag around, they're going to go ahead and collect. I think Macwood came in 2nd place in the Marvel Cup. And so that is one of those cups that were very difficult to see, that you had the Marvel powers running around in dual placement. So I think that would be my pick if I had to pick. I'm sorry, Nick. I know you're my boy, Nick A30. I know you're my boy, and I trust you, and I know you know how to meme, but this is going to be different. I've seen the list, and Cypher is the master of the memes and one of the masters of the content creator, but we're going to definitely get that going in chat. Just let us know what you think, because round 1 is ready to go. Actually, I'm getting word. Cypher, hit us with the round 1 format.
Oh man, okay, round 1. This is the opener, guys. If you're first, you're last. The teams are just seeing this and hearing this right now. In round 1, one team will win the victory royale, but they're gonna start the tournament off with -5 points. You're not allowed to back out of the game. You have to eliminate yourself as quickly as possible, and whoever gets the victory royale screen loses 5 points. You're starting the tournament off with a -5. The rest of the teams will be at 0 after this. This is the opener. Okay, this is the show opener. The rest of the rounds will play out longer, but this one's going to start and finish really fast. And depending on how that battle bus is formatted, there's going to be many different ways teams will choose to eliminate themselves. I feel like some people might mess up, and there might be a couple teams straggling around. We'll have to see.
Look, this is the main thing as a content creator and memer myself, who does challenges as well on all the social medias. The one thing you have to understand is know when a round is wiped. That's it. It's scuffed. You might as well restart the video. Might as well start all over. So that is the spirit of this. If you're first, you're last type vibe, is we all got to know as a memer, as a content creator, when it's to call it quits and when to start that video over. Cypher, you know how it goes when you're streaming. It's like, well, now I got to do my intro again.
Oh man, like I've had to reset a lot of different games. You know, build a couple ramps, jump off. You got to make sure it's at least 4 or 5 stories high. Maybe land at the top of Spire and jump off. Maybe land at an NPC, aggro them, have them eliminate you. Those NPCs don't know how to really shoot or aim. It might take them a bit, but you know, we'll see. Okay. You know, these guys have to, you know, act fast, and you know, depending, like I said, depending on the randomness of where the bus is going, you got to adjust on the fly. It'll be interesting to see which team is going to start the tournament off -5 points. That's a pretty big setback, but you know, it's not going to end your tournament run. You can still make a comeback. But one team's going to start -5.
And you know, I'm getting word that the players were so eager to get in that everything kind of went kaput, but we're going to get everything back going again. And that is going to be the strategy. You kind of mentioned a couple of them. I think the Guardian Tower would be a solid one. She does have a purple primal rifle, and she does beam. I mean, that's a solid one. I think a good one is jumping off a mountain, but there are some dangers of jumping off a mountain.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could jump off a mountain and end up sliding. You know, I've had players fall 11, 12, 13 stories and survive because they hit the side of the mountain in a certain way, certain geometry angle allows you just to survive with like 5 health. So if you end up jumping off a mountain and not getting knocked out, you might end up getting the victory royale.
I got to ask this question, and we kind of had him on the opening of the show. How close are we to calling this round the Tim the Tapman round? Were we?
Oh, you know,
were we close?
That might have been one of the names that we suggested, and they just said, you know, we don't. There's too much picking on Tim.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the first names we suggested, is the Tim the Tapman round. You know.
Yeah.
It's a testament to Tim and all the times that he has fallen.
Yeah.
And he got knocked. He even had a really big fall during the World Cup qualifiers. He was 1 point away from qualifying for the Sunday finals. You know, top 3,000 teams. And it was at top of Polar Peak. He had a full stack of minis, big pots, you know, purple shotgun and everything. And he managed to fall off, Polar Peak. And, you know, I don't think, I mean, if there was a stat leaderboard, he'd probably be at the top of falling to his death. This would have, you know, I mean, in some ways, this is a Tim Tapman round. But for the sake of, you know, what we're calling it, if you're first, you're last. That is a true name, but some people might call it the Tim Tapman round.
To be fair, that Polar Peak, you know, coming off that thing was pretty difficult. That was very treacherous. I mean, that wasn't easy to do. I mean, I know there were other, you know, people that were considered for the name. I mean, there was Myth as well. I mean,
true.
We can't forget about Myth or Chica as well. Chica out there is very succumbed to the fall damage. I mean, gravity is a real thing, and gravity does exist, and we're going to get this game going as soon as everybody. And I think you nailed it on the head when you talk about the bus path. The bus path is going to be huge. If it flies over those mountains, that'll be a good one. I think if it goes over Slurp Factory, that'll be a great place. You know, on top of that keg, that'd be a fantastic place just to go right off of the Slurp barrel. I think another place would be I wouldn't say the bridges, maybe those Guardian Towers, maybe the Spire. I mean, the Spire is really high up there, and you could just literally glide to it, but you have to be dangerous because you could accidentally fall on top of those zip lines.
Yep, you can fall on top of the zip lines. You might land on a weird structure and not take the damage you need. And the thing is, one team is going to win, or lose, I guess, in a way. So you just got to do it as quick as possible. You know, you want to take a risk of making it fast, but you don't want to, you know, risk it too much and end up, you know, winning the game on accident. This is the one time where you don't want to win. So.
Give me the bug. Don't give me the bug.
All right. Oh, it looks like we flew over the
lighthouse
tower.
Yeah,
lighthouse.
Lighthouse. Yes.
That's probably the strategy that they're going to take is just to fly on top of the lighthouse and jump off. Is everybody going to do the same thing? Oh man. Wow. Okay. So how's this gonna be determined? Is someone gonna
go?
You just gotta go.
Just gotta go.
Oh man, who's gonna win? That's already. Is it already over?
It could be. It could be the fastest game in Fortnite competitive history.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Unknown Army Macwood. Oh man. Oh, is it? I want to know how they messed up.
Oh my! Just like that.
Did they break the tower?
It could be. It could be.
And you can tell by his face that they weren't. That wasn't the plan. He seems shocked.
Bro, we didn't win.
Lucky Macwood and unknown. My pick. I guess the caster's curse is real. Start off the SypherPK trials with -5 points, but
you know,
wow,
they're pro players. Yeah, they are pro players. I think they'll be fine. -5 points. You know, some of these rounds coming up, we'll have a little bit more traditional scoring. There'll be placements, victory royales, elimination points. They'll come back. I don't think -5. I'm glad that it was a pro team that got the -5 because if any team's gonna come back from this, it will be them. So.
Oh man, that is going to be a replay for the ages. I mean, there's nothing like seeing so many players gliding down on that. So, wow, unbelievable. I'm going to need a breather after that. If that's just going to be the start of the SypherPK trials, I cannot wait till we have in store. Y'all, go ahead, take a break. 3 minutes. We'll be right back with the standings, and we all know who's going to start with -5. But we need a break. Maybe, hey, let's take a look at some of the teams. What else we have here? Can you give us that graphic real quick for all the different rounds? Let's see. Round 1's in the books. We got round 2.
1. They're all mysterious. They're secrets.
Secrets.
You know,
Cypher,
no one knows.
Secrets don't make friends, my guy.
No, I have not.
No hints. Nothing.
No. I mean, you know, just think of Fortnite challenges. You know, there's gonna be some rounds where you're not allowed to do certain things, and some rounds where you might have to change some stuff up.
All right.
But this first round, like I said, this was the opener round. This was just to set the tone. You know, get people excited. I saw the reaction in the chat when we announced this round. They're like, "What is going on, guys? This is the SypherPK trials. Okay, this is what's going on. I have, you know, killed people in Fortnite. I have lured the last player into pits of traps and fall damage, and you know, that is what I do, and this is what I'm doing today, except this time I'm doing it to a bunch of players in a tournament, you know. So I'm excited.
Oh my dude. Well, let's go ahead. Let's just get a break, man. I'm scared for y'all. Good luck out there.
Good luck.
Woo! Welcome back to the SypherPK trials featuring Fortnite, powered by Switch Rivals. And this is the opening round. If you're first, you're last. Wow, Cypher, look at the chaos that happened.
Is this the fastest round in Fortnite competitive history? This has got to be the world record for fastest round ever. Just look at all those mats on the ground. Incredible. Everything I hope for went exactly into that round. That tower right there was an easy pick. It was the safest pick. Everyone made the jump except one team was a little bit too slow. It was a team of pros, but this is the winning team, They're -5 points to start the tournament. I'm sure they'll make it back through the rest of the rounds. The rest of the teams are at 0 points right now. The Macwood, Buck, and Unknown Army, you guys you're down 5 points, but look on the bright side. You're the fastest winners for a competitive Fortnite round. The fastest winners ever recorded.
That is by far probably the biggest troll you've done so far, Cypher, but you're not done yet. This is just the beginning. We do have round 2. Any hints to round 2?
Round 2. Round 2. Let's get into it. We got Bow Hunter. That's the name of the round. Okay. So we are going to limit you to only using bows, pickaxes, melee weapons, throwables, and consumables. These are the only legal combat items. Victory Royale is going to net you 3 points. Top 5 are in the placements, +5 points for top 5. And then each elimination is going to net you 1 point. So these eliminations are going to be very important because if you get 3 eliminations, that kind of is the same as winning the game. If you get 8, it's the same as winning the game and being in the top 5. So go for those elims. Placements at the very, very end. Bows only, throwables only. I mean, we got things like firefly jars that potentially be used. We've got stink bows. Stink bows will be used, but the stink fish as well as the cuttlefish will be very useful. So get to fishing, craft those bows, and let's see who has the best shot at winning the Bow Hunter rounds.
This is man. This challenge is not easy. Now, the only saving grace throughout this entire thing is I've done a bow challenge only, and is that the other players will have bows only as well. I mean, typically when you do this in pub, Cypher, that you go out there with a bow, you hit a shot, and then all of a sudden they come back with an epic AR, and before you know it, you get beamed or you get pushed with a shotgun. But now at least everybody's on the same playing field with bows.
Yeah, so it's going to be an even playing field. You got to make sure you don't actually use real weapons, no shotguns, no assault rifles, SMGs, just bows to do damage, just throwables, fish. Those are the only legal weapons. You can also pickaxe. If somebody has really bad bow aim, they're low on health, go in for the pickaxe elimination to finish them off. That might be a valid strategy. Stink bows are going to be really powerful as well to get some extra damage on opponents, especially if all 3 of you on your team have stink bows. You can really coordinate those stink bows. And if someone's boxed up, you can surround them with stink and they'll be forced to move or take a considerable amount of damage straight to their health pool. So it'll be interesting to see how people go about this. You got to get those bows. You got to craft them and at least get them to a stink bow. I think that's going to be the primary weapon that is used, as well as the stinkfish and cuttlefish.
And it looks like Cypher's all about the stank. I definitely would have to say the flame bow. The flame bow is a fantastic choice. Could get people out of wood builds. Could the explosive bow as well, or I'm not quite sure if the shockwave bow, you may get that as well. For those of you who don't know, Fortnite is always ever changing, and Fortnite has vaulted the snipers and have elected to gone more primal, and they have introduced a bow. There's 2 types of bows. There's a primal bow and a makeshift bow, and actually a mechanical bow. So there's 3 types of bows. You can start off with a makeshift bow, but you definitely want to work your way onto a blue primal and or mechanical bow, because then you could get the rarities or the different kind of attributes that Cypher just broke down. My thing is, though, will we see traditional box fighting with the bows? I mean, you could draw it and it won't get that max hit, Cypher.
Yeah, you can still get some good damage. I watched a clip recently from Benji Fishy of him 1v2ing using a bow in the early game. He didn't have a shotgun. He had to use the bow. And he was using it in the close range. Partially charged shots will still hit anywhere from 60 to 70 damage, depending on the rarity of your bow. So you can still get some decent box fight action. And as a team, you got to work together to overwhelm the other teams. You got to, if it's in the close range, get in their box, get in their face, maybe even pull out your pickaxes and finish the job if it has to be done. Some people are really talented with the bow. I've seen Nate Hill hit some amazing headshots from across the map. And some people just struggle using the bow. It's not a weapon that, you know, comes easily for everybody. But we'll see which team, you know, has the valid strategy. I've thought about this if I was in this tournament. And I think, in my opinion, going for the triple stink option is the best way. You said the flame bow is a good one too. I think the flame bow is solid for damage output and putting pressure on your opponents. The shockwave bow we may or may not see. I believe if this is an arena match, there will not be shockwaves, but you still can get the boom bow, the stink bow, and the flame bow, which will be your best choice of options, in my opinion.
And the scariest thing I would think is, if I'm a player going into this, is not finding a bow. That's your only lethal option with a weapon, is not finding it. You could land somewhere, you can find and make